So our question is to find the numbers b such that the average value of this function f of x equals 8 plus 10x minus 9x squared on the interval from 0 to b is equal to 9. So first, let's note the formula. It's equal to 1 over a minus b times the integral from a to b of whatever our function is. So if we plug everything in, our a is, that should be b minus a, not a minus b. B minus a. So our b, our endpoint in our interval is just the letter b is the number we're looking for. Our a is 0, so b minus 0, so it's just b, times the integral from 0 to b of, I like putting the squared term first, so it's minus 9x squared plus 10x plus 8 dx. And put in the function in parentheses. And if we integrate this function, this negative 9x squared would be negative 9x to the third over 3. And this 10x would be 10x squared over 2. And this 8 would just be 8x. And let's integrate over the interval from 0 to b. So this negative 9 over 3 would be negative 3. If you plug in the b, that's instead of x to the third, that'd be b to the third. 10 over 2 is 5, obviously. Then you plug in the b, that'd be b squared. And then 8x, plug in your b, that'd be 8b. Now if you plug in, now normally you would subtract, you'd plug in the left interval, or the left endpoint and subtract. But if you notice when you plug in 0, everything cancels out. So you can just leave it as this and set it equal to 9. But since it's 1 over b here, we can actually just basically cancel out a b since we're dividing everything by b. So this reduces to negative 3b squared. This 5b squared, after you multiply by 1 over b, that just becomes plus 5b. This 8b, after you multiply by 1 over b, that just becomes 8 equals 9. I'm going to switch to another board. So that's negative 3b squared plus 5b plus 8 equals 9. So that's negative 3b squared. If we move the 9 over, that's plus 5b minus 1 equals 0. But I like making sure that the leading coefficient is positive. So if we want to solve the quadratic, we multiply by negative 1. So this will have the same values of b as just positive 3b squared minus 5b plus 1 equals 0. And if you solve this, it would be positive b plus or minus the square root. That's 25 minus 4 times 3 times 1 all over 2 times 3, which is 6. So our b values are whatever. So it'd be 5 plus or minus square root of 13 all over 6. And then if you want the decimal approximations, you can plug those into your calculator to like simplify it further.